Hello, my name is Azipajlo Yao, diagnostic medical sonographer. Today, we want to look at part 3 of our gynecology ultrasound, and it is gynecological sonographic pathologies. So let's see.
So that is very true. These are the objectives of what we are about to do today. So you're looking at the neoplasms as masses of or tumors of the uterus, of the ovaries, the cervix, and the nearby organs. Locations of those tumors, their characteristics, abscess of uterus, ovaries, and cervical stenosis. So neoplasms are new and abnormal growth of tissue in a part of the body, especially as a characteristic of cancer, and they are in benign and malignant appearances. So you need to know which ones are benign, which ones are malignant. Those that are benign, they don't spread to other parts of the body, and the malignant ones are those that spread to other parts of the body. They can invade to other parts of the body. So let's look at the uterus, how to measure the uterus. So you measure the uterus by looking at the anatomy of the uterus first. So this is the shape of the uterus we are seeing here, to the cervix, not to this place, to this place, to the cervix. So you can see it here, neatly sketched here, demarcated here. Good. And that is the endometrium. So if you want to measure the uterus, you measure from outside the uterus or on top of the serosa. So just on top of the serosa. So you measure from here, just here, down to the end of the cervix, to the sternal os here. So here, and to this place, accurately. Then you measure at the fundus, the thicker part of the uterus. So from here down to this place. So here to measure here to this place. Then, so this is the cervix. That's the cervix. That's the vaginal canal. And that's the bladder. And this is in a transverse, this is in a longitudinal view, this is in a transverse view. So this is the bladder also, and so you measure across. So also this is the whole uterus you are seeing here. This is the whole uterus you are seeing here in a transverse view. So you can see these are the ovaries. So you can see another ovaries here. So you measure from here to this place. Now, how to measure the endometrium? The endometrium has 3 layers on ultrasound. It has a 3-layered epithelium. So you can see here to this place to this place are the views of the uterus. So you can see here 3 layers. We have here, here, and here. As you can see, the hand showing. So this is the first layer, the basal layer, the second layer, and the third layer. Here we have the basal layer, the outer border of the endometrium, the inner layer, which is the functional layer to the outer layer again. So those outer layers that you are seeing, outer layers are the basal layers, and the inner layer is the functional layer. So when there's any implantation, you see it within the whole cavity, and when there's time for menstruation, the functional layer sludges off or peels off and comes out as menstruation. So this is how we measure. So we measure from here to here, measure from here to here. So we measure inside to inside of the bodies, not outside of the basal layer, but inside of the basal layer to inside of the basal layer. The next is types of fibrous locations, how fibers are measured accurately, how to find the volumes of uterus and weights of masses. So let's look at some graphical presentations of fibrous locations. So you are going to look at this. Yes. So we have subserosa, intramural, submucosa, and pedunculated. This particular one you are seeing here has a pedunculate, has a submucosa, subserosa, and intramural locations at the same time. Because this one fibroid is elevating the wall of the endometrium. That's the basal wall of the endometrium. As you can see here, the basal wall of the endometrium, then also impinging on the outer wall of the uterus, that is the corpus. So impinging on the corpus of the uterus down, and at the same time it's in the wall of the uterus, that's the posterior myometrium, which is intramural location. And you also have subserosa. Subserosa here looks same as this, also pushing the whole wall of the uterus down like that. So that's how you see it this way. And at the same time, intramural, less than 50% intramural, slightly in the myometrium. So this subserosa, typical example of subserosa fibroid. Then you have the intramural location, part of it in the myometrium, part of it in the cavity of the endometrium. So this is intracavitary and also intracavitary pedunculated or pedunculated intracavitary. Is hanging in the endometrial cavity with a stalk. So this is a stalk, a stalk or peduncle. So this is called a stalk. And the other ones are submucosal fiber. Those are that's pigeon on the endometrium, invading the cavity. This is subserosa, submucosa, and is equal to 50% intramural. It's partly in the anterior myometrium and also impinging on the wall of the endometrium. This is 100% intramural, touching the endometrium. This is 100% intramural, and subserosa. The next is also further locations of fibers. Typical examples, location of fibers. These are not sonographic images, these are graphical images. So you can see the pedunculated one has a blood vessel connected to it. So this is feeding this fibroid with a lot of blood. So this is cut open. So this is a cross section of this. So this one is a cross section of this. So you can see the inside of this fibroid. So you can see the whole fibroid is cut open. So you can see inside of this fibroid. Then we have submucosal one. You can see pushing the endometrium into the cavity. This cavity, so this is the cavity of the endometrium, and then it's pushing the wall, outside wall of the endometrium, the basal wall, into the cavity, and it's from the posterior myometrium. So you can see this is a typical example of submucosal fibroid tumor, and this is huge pendaculate subserosal fibroid, and this is also intramural one, the intramural fibroid in the wall of the myometrium, and this endocervical. So this cervical fibroid trying to hit the canal of the cervix. So you can see this from the posterior myometrium trying to push the wall of the cervix into its cavity or canal, and so you can see from the internal os to the external os. That's the cervix here. You can see some epithelial layers in the cervix. Then you have other development, other growths in the uterus called adenomyosis. So these are adenomyosis, you know. So these are locations of fibroids. So those that are hanging are those that are called pediculated. Then we are going to look at, so these are locations of fibroid. Then we are going to look at how fibroids are measured accurately. We have looked at this one already. We will look at how fibroids are measured accurately. So the next examples are fibroids. So you can see this particular fibroid is accurately measured from here to this place, yes, and from the outer wall of the mass to another outer wall of the mass. And this is hanging on a peduncle. So you can see typical example of this is this one. It's hanging on a peduncle. So you can see this peduncle or a stalk where two arrows are pointing to. And this is the fibroid here, the tumor here. This is a typical example of pediculated fibroid. This is the endometrium. So the endometrium you can easily measure. You measure from here to here, and that's the endometrium. This is the bladder here, the cervix. So this is not the right ovary. It's not a right ovary. And that's the total measurement for this fibroid here. And the rest is another pediculated fibroid. In a transvaginal ultrasound, you can see the endometrium here of this image. And you can see the myometrium. You can see other small fibroids in the myometrium with vascularization. You can see the arteries also here. This small fibroid here, and this is a huge one on the right side of the patient, and you can see a collapsed or compressed blood vessel feeding this fibroid. So on color Doppler, you see blood flowing to this fibroid at the periphery. You can see it like that. You can see the blood flowing like this at the periphery on color Doppler to the fibroid. So you can see something like this. Yeah. Okay. Then the next is other locations of fibroid. We have, so this fibroid is measured this way from outer border to another outer border, and this one also is measured from outer border to outer border, And this is some mucosal fibroid because it is pushing the endometrium up, and this is transvaginal ultrasound. And the next is also a fibroid, which is subserosal one. So you can see this is pushing the uterus wall out like that. So you can see that's the wall of the uterus out. So this is subserosal, and that's endometrium here measured clearly. That's endometrium here measured. This is the urinary bladder, the cervix. So this is measured from here to here. Always looking at the longest part of the fibroid. Don't measure anyhow. You measure the longest part of the fibroid, like how this one is measured. So you can measure this way and this way. No. You also have to measure the longest part of it and the shortest part of it, like the way this is measured. You can see like that. Okay, good. And the next also further location of fibroid is intramural, partly subserosal. This is intramural and it's measured, so you can see the longest part. You don't do like this, fine. You can also say this. So you can see this is longer to this place. Then the next is also another one. So this is typical example of intramural fibroid. So this intramural fibroid slightly invading the cavity of the uterus, that's endometrium. Okay. Then the next is the characteristics of fibroids. These tumors become quite large and undergo cystic degeneration. So these are cystic degenerations of fibroids of different types. Some are malignancies of the endometrium. So you can see this one like this. It's a malignant tumor of the endometrium. So this endometrial mass, and it is hyperplastic. So you can see it's well measured. This looks like a fibroid. So you need to also know how to use your Doppler very well, so that you don't miss out the mass. So this is a very huge mass in the uterus. This transabdominal image is a huge mass of the uterus, which has a cystic degeneration. So you can see the cystic degeneration, the central cystic degeneration of the mass is lobulated, the wall. So this is a typical example of fibroid undergoing cystic degeneration, and it can cause severe lower abdominal pain and heavy periods. So this will degenerate, and the person can be bleeding intermittently. And here, this is the beginning of the degeneration. So you can see here the onset of the degeneration is affecting the endometrium. So you can see there are fluids in the endometrium, and this is another one with a color Doppler on it showing partial flow of blood. So you can see that this is a partial flow of blood around the fibroid from the myometrium. So you can see it's impinging on the endometrium. So that is the endometrium here running through to the cervix. So that is it through to the fundus of the uterus. This is another one, cystic degeneration with septation. So this is also cystic degeneration with septations, and you can see color Doppler, blood flow around it. And this is a huge one. Also here, this complete cyst in the center of the fibroid. So you can see the fibroid is accurately measured. You can see how it is measured. So thank you. So our next topic is abscesses of uterus, ovaries, and cervical stenosis. So watch out for part 4 for detail later on the above topic. So subscribe to my channel, click on like to like my videos. Thank you.